horror freaks out there. This is the Strange Monkey coming at you with another horror movie review. This is the 4th entry in my Strange Tober series this month, leading up to Halloween, but we're not there yet. So, I'm going to be reviewing the 1984 classic A Nightmare on Elm Street, directed by Wes Craven, the master. A Nightmare on Elm Street is about 4 teenagers that are being stalked by Freddy Krueger, and he's haunting them in their dreams. They don't know what's real, if they're dreaming, if they're awake, if they're going to be killed today, tomorrow, 5 minutes from now. We don't know what's going on here. They're out, they're just hanging out. There's Nancy, there's Glenn, Rod, and Tina. They're all just hanging out, everything's fine. All of a sudden, they start talking about this weird guy, this dream that they were having. This guy with razor gloves, burnt face, a hat, and a red and green sweater, like a Christmas sweater. And eventually we find out that this man's name is Freddy Krueger, and he's a child murderer, and their parents were keeping this a secret from them, and what he did, and then they took control of this situation, and they decided to burn this motherfucker, and that's it. Take care of the situation, because he got off, because the jury and the judge and the lawyers, it was all just a little fucking, setup, and people think that, justice was not served. But anyway, I got way ahead of myself here with the plot. I jumped ahead. But yeah, one of them is killed. I forgot to say that I'm going to give spoilers. I'm already spoiling everything. Tina's killed in the beginning. And, she sees Freddy, he's chasing her. Rod sees what happened, and everyone thinks, well, not everyone, but, he was in there. Cops are after him, and then Nancy and Glenn are trying to discover what the hell's going on. And, we go from there. And this film was pretty amazing because it had a small budget, and it was like about $1 million. It made about $25 million, and that was a pretty huge deal for the horror genre during that time, and when this came out, a horror icon was born. Freddy Krueger, played by the great Robert Englund, and since then, we have gotten a bunch of sequels. We got a remake, and one of those sequels involved a face-off with another horror icon of the 1980s, Jason Voorhees. That was a pretty awesome movie, Freddy vs. Jason. Freddy Krueger has a very unique look. He's got the burned face, the hat, the razor gloves, and the Christmas sweater and whatnot. And in my honest opinion, Robert Englund played that to a T. And today, in the world of horror, I think we're lacking a lot of originality. And Hollywood is so focused on remakes and remakes and remakes. And I think a lot of filmmakers need to focus more on originality. And we're starting to see some of that. But, when it comes to creating the next horror icon, that's the key. Because with all these remakes, we're never going to have for new horror icons that we can talk about for the next 10 years. But yeah, out of all of the films, I think this is the best one. It had a very interesting story. They're trying to figure out what's real, what are dreams, why do we dream, and it's got a lot of people thinking, what's going on here, why is this happening? So I think Wes Craven did a really good job, fooling the audience, because sometimes you don't know whether they're asleep or awake, and then here comes Freddy Krueger attacking you with his glove. The kills were awesome in this film. It was just unbelievable. To this day, I just think that they have some of the best kills in this movie. We also see Johnny Depp as Glenn. This was his first film, and he plays the boyfriend, Nancy's boyfriend, and he tries to help her when she's investigating and whatnot. And like I said, there's spoilers. And he has the best kill in the whole movie. He's dragged in the bed. It's like a sinkhole or a quicksand or whatever. And then all of a sudden, blood just starts spraying up in the air. It's unbelievable. They basically had to use gallons of blood for that effect. The room was built, upside down, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. Basically the gallons of blood are pouring down, and You know, they build the room the other way around so it can look like blood is coming out, you know, from the bed and up, if this makes any sense. But yeah, this is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. You know, Freddy Krueger scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. You know, I saw it on, I was watching something on VHS, and the trailer for New Nightmare came around. I was about 4 or 5 years old. I didn't even know who the hell Freddy Krueger was. And then it wasn't until that moment where he jumps out of Heather Langenkamp's closet and he's like, "Missed me." I ran to the living room because I was scared out of my mind. But yeah, A Nightmare on Elm Street, classic film. It gets a well-deserved 10 out of 10. Incredible film. I really hope a lot of you have seen this, because if you haven't, what are you doing? Go watch it right now. Especially now, because we're in October. It's the best time to watch this film. So that was my 4th entry in my Strange-tober video series that I'm going to be coming out with. The next one will be my Saw review / Halloween special. Look out for that. Actually, no, horror freaks. I made a big mistake in the video and I just screwed it up. So here's what's going to be happening. After this, it's going to be the Halloween review that's coming out on October 19th. I know you guys are ready for that one. And then after Halloween, we're getting the Saw Halloween special on October 31st. Sorry for the confusion. Be sure to like this video. Like me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. And have yourselves a good fright. This is God.